I think I put it over there on the other desk. Now, let's get into this right here, dust bag. When I say 10 for like packaging and presentation, it's a 10. This dust bag is so soft. This is like the best dust bag I've ever received ever. It's made out of, this looks like velvet, y'all. So lush and luxe. Let me show y'all the bag because, oh, the caviar leather on this one is so squishy and soft. It legit feels like a pillow. It smells like leather. It has no functified factory. Boy, the Jamaican accent came out. It has no functified factory scent going on. I'm gonna take everything off for us. So I'm gonna open it up. It comes with this little protector here. We're gonna take that off. We're also going to remove the little scent. And they even sent me a gift. We're gonna open this in a little bit, I promise. The chain is well protected as usual. Perfect. The gold hardware looks really good. It doesn't feel flimsy either, but we're gonna get into everything so far. We're gonna remove the little plastic. We're gonna remove the little plastic here. And we'll remove the other plastic. All right, so I said that this is the updated wallet on chain. Funny, when this seller reached out to me for a wallet on chain, I was like, well, I already own a black caviar wallet on chain with gold hardware. And I was like, I'll take it. I'll do the review. I mean, if anything, this is the bag that my sister borrows the most. I was like, I'll just gift it to her, right? Once I complete the review. And I opened it up and I was like, well, this is kind of different from my wallet on chain. I didn't realize that there's an upgraded Chanel wallet on chain. I had to go do my research and I was like, oh my God, I've got like the most upgraded wallet on chain now. So I'm super excited about this bag. And am I going to give it to my sister? Nope. Let's get into the leather. I hope the camera picks up how wonderful and the high quality of this caviar leather. I already told y'all that it feels great and it's nice and fluffy and squishy. It legit feels like a pillow. On the back, they kept the same little pocket, which I don't understand why, because nothing can fit in this pocket here. It's just literally for the aesthetic. Maybe like a lip gloss can fit back here, but the placement of the pocket is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. On the front, you have the very, very beautiful gold Chanel logo. Nothing extra, just a beautiful gold logo. We're gonna open her up. Yeah, Chanel with the CC here. Perfect. So when you zip it, the zipper works really good, guys. No resistance at all. Perfect. This pocket is an actual pocket that goes all the way down. Like, it's a huge pocket. So this is a perfect purse, or this is a perfect hiding place for maybe cash, for your cards, even though it has card slots here, but for something that you really and truly don't want to lose. Like if you're traveling, maybe your travel document can go down here, because again, I can stick my whole hand in this pocket right here, right? So let's zip her back up. Perfect. I'm going to move the chain out of the way. When you open the first compartment, it has 6 card holders, 3 on each slot, 6 card slots, 3 on each side. And then it has the Made in Italy on this side. It also has a small pocket here, okay? Then it has another compartment that zips. So we're gonna unzip it. It's just the way my hands are, but the zipper works great. So we're gonna unzip her, open her up. You see the difference? We have a small gold CC Chanel logo here as well. And then another compartment, right? And lastly, we have another small compartment. So this is like a small purse, a small wallet on chain, but you can fit a lot in here. You know, the fact that it has the 6 card slots, if you're already using the card holder, you can take everything out of your card holder, or if you're using a wallet, you can take everything out of your wallet, especially if you have a bulky wallet, you can remove everything from your wallet and just put them in the card slots here, right? Then you have an area for your phone. I know my phone is pretty big and bulky. It is the iPhone 13 Pro Plus Max. I don't even know what it's called. I have the case. So I'm recording on my phone now, so I don't have the phone, but I have the case. So we're just gonna plop the case in here and it fits. You know, this is not a bag that you're going to take to work. This is a bag that you're going to use when you have date night, you're going out with the girls, or you really just want a small bag to carry throughout the day because you're not carrying much. So you have an area where you can fit your cards and then your phone. You even have more and fit even other small items. So I can stick my gum here if I wanted to. If you are using a card holder like myself, and you don't want to actually take your items out of the card holder, I'm sure it fits. So look, my card holder still fits and it closes. So no issue here, right? But if I want more space, I can take all the items out of my card holder and put it in those 6 slots that we have available. The only thing I wouldn't be able to fit, and this is where I'll probably have to like dismantle my stuff, is my 6-ring key holder. Actually, it fits. It fits great. So like I said, I have the other Chanel wallet on chain, old, new. So same caviar leather, still have the little tiny.
They are meant to be crossbody, but not as long as this one. So it's just got me thinking like, again, wondering why it's fake or not. Authenticity cards. These can also be a big game changers because, I mean, you can get buy a used one online and it could look like in pristine condition, and they'll show you an authenticity card with it. And you'll be like, okay, great, it's 100% real. No, because they do fake authenticity cards all the time. And I'm going to show you the biggest difference. Because again, if you are a first-time Chanel buyer and you're buying one online and you see that, like, let's say you were to get this bag in the mail, you wouldn't really know unless you did all your research to see if it was really fake or not. And if I had not had a mini, honestly, I would have not known. So I wasn't able to find any videos online kind of explaining the differences. So in that case, that's why I'm making one. Okay, back to these. The biggest thing I noticed is the way Chanel is written on the bottom. So when you look at these, one looks thicker than the other, and it's very slight. It's very, very, very slight. So the bottom one is slightly thicker than the top. But I was like, okay, that one's, again, maybe typing, whatever. It's fine. But this is what really gave it away for me. So when you look at the way the numbers are written, so the top one is the black classic flap, and the bottom one is mine. Do you see a difference in the numbers? The numbering is slightly different. The 2 is not the same, and that's basically it. The 2 is really the one that's not the same. And I was like, let me take a quick look at it one last time. Yeah, 0 pretty much looks the same. 3 is slightly different. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately the bag did end up being a fake, because the one thing I looked at when I first got it was this part right here. So when you're looking at that and you can see how thick this is versus how thin this one is. Look at that. That's a big difference. And I was personally kind of annoyed by it because I was dying to get my hands on this one bag. Okay. Another indicator is usually right here. Chanel should always be, oopsies, let me put it this way. Chanel should always be on this side and Paris should always be on that side. In this case, they're both there, okay? And it should be either a flathead screw or they have the other type of screws, and I could just insert a picture to show you which one it is. But most of the time it will be a flathead screw. And also with the lettering, let me bring the camera much closer so you can see. So when you're looking at the lettering over here, you can see how it is over here.
Kind of stamped on. as you can see. So it sort of looks like it's made to be, but they're obviously different. Also, taking a look at the actual zipper compartment, this is a very faded print. This print stands out. So even if this bag was old, which this bag is actually relatively new, it still would not completely fade to this print. One thing that also really showed me that this bag was counterfeit is if you look here, this is the date code by Louis Vuitton here. As you can see, it's a piece of leather, and stamped into it is the date code. On this particular bag, it also has that, but this is a fake piece of leather, and the date code is stamped in with some sort of red. That's not the case with a real authentic bag. Another thing is that in a Louis Vuitton bag, typically there will be this little flap here, made in the USA. This one specifically is made in the US. Occasionally it'll say France, other countries of imported material. And this bag does not even have that on it. If you just take a look at the stitching too, you'll see that there's a lot of things that make the stitching imperfect. And if you take a look at the stitching, it's a dark, deep red. You could almost take a toothpick and kind of pick it out here. Whereas this is so very finely stitched into the bag. Other than that, I mean, this bag is, like I said, astonishingly an amazing replica bag. But if you really take a look at it, the best way to do it is to authenticate it using sites such as the Purse Forum. The ladies on there will be happy to help you. In addition to that, asking a friend of yours that has an authentic bag would be great if you're deciding to purchase secondhand online. So I hope this saves you ladies a lot of trouble, and we're absolutely returning this one back to the original seller, so that one will not be for sale. However, you can buy authentic Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and other designer purses at flipyourflap.com. Thanks for watching.
So I was convinced, oh my god, this is such a good fake because everything else is so good. So it is stuck or stitched into the lining, whereas the other one is, it's coming out. I don't know how you say this, but here you go. You see the difference? So that's what are the main key points that I saw, which are 7. I don't know if it's 7 or 8, but here you go. That's the main key points. The difference between the older model versus the new model. So just in that, you will see that there's a big difference between the two. So you will immediately think this is fake because of those features. But really, I was 50-50. I'm not an authenticator, I'm not professional. So I still needed the help of a professional authenticator. So the caviar leather is really, it's like the authentic ones, the new model ones that I've touched before, and I was like, oh, this can't be. It's such a good quality. But the handle ones, they're so used, I think. And then there's no camben, rue de camben there, and then the hardware, there was just no gold plated. It's not even anymore. And I was like, oh, the lining and then the serial number stitched into it. Really, really, you have to be careful in checking them. Really, you have to have a history. So when the authenticator of my seller said this is a new model, by then I was waiting for another authenticator to come back to me, and little did I know that they come back to me immediately. You have to check your account and not on the email, because most of the time they email you this is that. So it came back authentic, which from my seller, 2 of the email authenticator already said this authentic, and then from another lady that I know are good with Chanel, she already said it's authentic, and then this another company said to me,